All right, another little clip here on the Land Cruiser that I'm working on. Excuse my voice, I'm kind of losing my voice here, but came down with a cold. But anyways, so I took that power steering line off. At least one of them, I was able to take the pressure one off, and I'm working on the return one. That's really hard to remove. It's way back in there, and it requires a line wrench. That little sucker right there. And so I was able to go to Harbor Freight, and I was gonna buy one, but I ended up having them just make one. I did cut up my other wrench. I cut it in half and then cut an opening right there so I could put it in the line, set it down. However, it's really hard to maneuver in there. My hands, I got big hands and they don't fit. And this oil filter right here seems to be in the way. So being that I was going to do an oil change, I went ahead and just drained the oil. I'm going to remove this filter so I can get my hands back in there and be able to take off that nut that's on the line, and then install the new harness, which should be coming in sometime today or tomorrow, and then we can put this puppy back together again. But anyways, just thought to mention, I read online where it's better if you remove that filter. It really helps give you more space, more room. So like I said, since I'm doing oil change, I'm gonna go ahead and do that anyway. So hopefully I can maneuver my wrenches back in there, take that line off. All right, I'll keep you updated. Later. Okay, YouTubers, just want to show you a couple things. I finally took the power steering hoses off. I'll show them to you later when the new ones come in. I'm still waiting for the new hoses to arrive. But I want to show you this really cool little tool that I bought at Harbor Freight. It's a descaler. I started picking at all the rust, and went ahead and bought a few brushes, then this little air tool right here, and I bought a cup brush, some hand brushes. But this tool right here is another awesome tool from Harbor Freight. It's called a descaler. It has these needles that just vibrate back and forth at a high speed. It makes a lot of noise, so you have to wear earplugs, safety glasses, and go to town, man. I mean, I've already started picking at it. Check out all the rust on the floor. It's I mean, it's taking off pretty much everything. It's rather noisy. Like I said, let me give you a demonstration. Sorry about the sound and the quality of the my voice. But it's coming along really nice. Let me show you. Hold on. Okay, make sure you wear gloves, and you can hold it with your hand. It can be one hand or two hands. You can actually touch the needles or hold the needles bunched up while you're trying to do a specific spot. Or you can just let them go and let them do their own thing. Okay, here goes. get the idea. This tool is pretty awesome. It saves a lot of elbow grease. Instead of doing it with a hand brush, you just do this. And man, it cleans it up nice. You know, the more you hold it, it actually brings it all the way down to the clean metal. The only thing is, you don't want to get it down to the clean metal. You want to leave some rust. Just remove the loose material and leave some of this surface rust on there, because what we're going to do next, once we take off a lot of this loose scaly stuff, we're going to rinse the whole truck, especially the undercarriage, with Salt-A-Whey. That's this product. And what this will do, I'll put this in my pressure washer, and it doesn't have to be high pressure. It's just going to be a soaking with a solution that'll neutralize all the salt in the entire truck. I'm going to spray the engine compartment in here. I'm going to spray everything as I go with that solution of Salt-A-Whey, and it'll remove a lot of this salt solution that's just everywhere from the road grime and the salt that they sprinkle on the roads when it snows and stuff. And it'll neutralize the salt in the entire truck. I'm even going to do the top. Do the whole thing. That solution will get in here, remove a lot of this residue that's salt. There's salt everywhere on these trucks, on these vehicles from that part of the country. And I don't want it to rust. Or rust any further, I should say. But anyway, so I'm going to do the entire truck all around, especially the undercarriage. And then let it dry for a few days. And the salt will be gone and neutralized. And then this might even oxidize a little more or whatever. It'll just be surface rust. And the reason you want surface rust on there, because the next phase after the Salt-A-Whey is going to be a phosphate solution. We're going to apply this phosphoric acid, better known as Corosil. There's different brands out there. There's different manufacturers that sell this kind of stuff. This is the best one I've found so far, and it's also kind of like a gel, liquidy, soapy solution. I'll be spraying that on as well with my sprayer. You can even use like a garden sprayer type of applicator. What you want to do is just coat all the metal, coat everything with that solution. And what it's going to do is it's going to convert the iron oxide, which is what rust is, into iron phosphate. And once that transformation happens, this rust turns into phosphate, and it creates a solid, waterproof, grime-proof, solvent-proof protection for the steel. And it'll stop the rust completely in its tracks. It's similar to the the coating that like an iron skillet, for example, in the kitchen develops over time with lots of use. It builds this coating on the steel of that skillet to where it won't rust anymore. And you can cook on it. It's better than that Teflon coating. This is like just the steel itself has transformed into a phosphate. It's a chemical process. It's hard to explain, or that's the best way I can explain it. But anyway, so once all this rust is converted and stopped from any more oxidation, then we're going to give it one coating, a final coat of wool wax. which is similar to the Fluid Film. That's another brand that's out there in the market. This one's not Fluid Film. It's actually very similar. I ordered it on eBay. It comes with these 2 long lines so you can spray it and get the line into all the nooks and crannies. It comes with a sprayer, couple cans. These are empty. You put this solution into the can and spray it. And this stuff is a PCF Protection First Class from this company. And it's better than Fluid Film. This stuff will last a lot longer and stay on longer, and protect better than the other one. It's very similar, but yet better. Check out all their reviews, and I'll list all these products at the bottom there if you want to take a look. But anyway, so that's what I'm working on. Man, it's got a lot of rust, and hopefully this process will stop the rust, convert it, and then seal it and protect it to where the truck won't ever have that problem. And yeah, and it'll last for a good 20 or 30 years or more. So good luck, and I'll keep you updated. I'm gonna keep scraping away. I just barely started on this side, but I still gotta go all around, go underneath, go all the way to the back of the truck, and just scrape away all the loose rust, the loose rubber coating, whatever this stuff is. It's coming off. It's flaking off real easy. This little tool really helps, and it's getting the job done. So I'm gonna continue, and I'll keep you updated. Okay, later.